When you think about the greatest inventors in history, a few iconic names light up our minds like fireworks. Henry Ford, the Wright brothers, Thomas Edison. But there's one name, a spark in the shadows of history, that often goes unrecognized. Every time you plug in your phone, switch on the lights, or enjoy the hum of your refrigerator, you owe thanks to the brilliant, enigmatic Nikola Tesla. This is the story of a visionary genius forgotten by the world. And like all compelling stories, it begins at the end. On a cold January 7th in 1943, the quiet halls of the New Yorker hotel echoed with the discovery that would mark the end of an era. A maid stepped into room 3327 to find the lifeless body of an 86-year-old man who had quietly made the hotel his home for the last decade. Tesla died alone, surrounded not by fame or riches, but by warm milk, crackers, and an obsession with feeding the pigeons outside his window. One of history's most revolutionary inventors faded into obscurity, dying penniless and forgotten. Why did this happen? That answer unfolds as we dive deeper into his extraordinary life. Tesla's journey began in a thunderous entrance into the world. Born on July 10, 1856, in the town of Smiljan, present-day Croatia, Tesla was said to have been delivered during a fierce lightning storm. The midwife, unnerved by the crackling skies, declared, "This child will be a child of darkness." But his mother, with unwavering intuition, countered, "No, he will be a child of light." Her words couldn't have been more prophetic. However, his early life wasn't without shadows. At just 5 years old, Tesla witnessed the tragic death of his older brother, who fell from a horse and died shortly after. The trauma of that loss haunted Tesla for the rest of his life, manifesting in strange ways. As a child, he experienced vivid visions and bursts of blinding light, blurring the line between reality and imagination. But what many would consider a curse, Tesla transformed into a gift. These visions fueled his unmatched ability to imagine, design, and test inventions entirely in his mind before ever committing them to paper or model. In a 1919 article, Tesla described this unique gift. "Invariably, my device works as I conceived that it should, and the experiment comes out exactly as I planned it. In 20 years, there has not been a single exception." His inventions weren't just ideas, they were fully formed masterpieces, created and perfected within the theater of his mind. Tesla credited his mother for his passion for invention. A clever and resourceful woman, she spent her time crafting small household gadgets. With an eidetic memory that allowed her to recall images and details with precision, she passed this rare gift on to her son. Tesla's father, a priest, had different dreams for him. He wanted his son to follow in his footsteps and join the clergy. But fate had another plan. When Tesla contracted cholera as a teenager and nearly died, his father made a desperate promise. If Tesla survived, he would send him to engineering school instead. By some miracle, Tesla pulled through, and true to his word, his father sent him to study engineering at the prestigious Technical College of Graz in Austria. Tesla thrived academically, at least at first. With an insatiable curiosity and a mind that never seemed to rest, he was known to work tirelessly from 3 a.m. until 11 p.m. every day. His professors admired his brilliance but feared for his health, worried that his relentless drive would kill him. Tesla could perform complex calculus problems in his head, spoke 8 languages, and seemed destined for greatness. But his academic journey took an unexpected turn. He became addicted to gambling, and the vice consumed him. Tesla eventually dropped out of school, cutting ties with his family to hide his shame. His friends believed he had drowned in a river, as no one knew where he had disappeared to. But Tesla wasn't finished yet. He traveled across Europe, eventually finding work in Budapest as an electrician at a telephone company. It was here, during a simple stroll through a city park, that inspiration struck like a bolt of lightning. Tesla envisioned a groundbreaking new way to generate electricity, alternating current, or AC. This would become his greatest invention, the one that would change the world forever. By 1882, Tesla had made his way to Paris, where he worked for the French branch of Thomas Edison's electric company. His exceptional talents quickly earned him recognition, and before long, he would find himself on a path that would ignite one of the most famous rivalries in scientific history. But that's a story for later. For now, Tesla's genius had only just begun to flicker, and the light he would shine on the world was far from ordinary. He began by installing indoor lighting, but it didn't take long for Tesla's brilliance to shine through. His supervisors quickly recognized his exceptional talents and assigned him to more complex tasks, including designing and building cutting-edge dynamos and motors. Soon, Tesla was traveling across Europe, troubleshooting and solving engineering problems at various branches of Edison's expanding electric empire. By 1884, word of Tesla's skills had reached higher management, and he was offered a job at Edison Machine Works in New York City. Tesla eagerly accepted the opportunity, stepping off the ship in America with high hopes and only 4 cents in his pocket. His dream of making a name for himself was nearly derailed before it even began, when thieves on the ship stole his money during the voyage. But Tesla was no stranger to adversity. Determined to succeed, he set foot on American soil with little more than his ideas and ambition. Initially, Tesla admired Edison, and the feeling was mutual. Edison was equally impressed by Tesla, once remarking, "I have had many hard-working assistants, but you take the cake." Unfortunately, this mutual respect soon soured, transforming into one of history's most famous rivalries. At the heart of their conflict was a fundamental disagreement about how electricity should be distributed. Edison championed direct current, DC, a system where electric charge flows steadily in one direction. Tesla, on the other hand, envisioned a world powered by alternating current, AC, where the flow of electricity reverses direction periodically. Tesla's AC system was revolutionary. By allowing the current to change direction, it could travel greater distances without losing power or overheating circuits, making it ideal for homes and large-scale infrastructure. AC could provide electricity efficiently across cities, while DC was limited to short distances and was better suited for small devices like flashlights. But Edison wasn't interested in innovation that could threaten his financial empire. He owned many of the key patents for DC and had no intention of seeing AC succeed. According to Tesla, a manager at Edison's company promised him a $50,000 bonus if he could improve the performance of DC-based machines. Tesla worked tirelessly, accomplishing the task, but when he asked for his reward, he was dismissed with a joke. One version of the story claims Edison himself told Tesla, "You don't understand our American humor." Betrayed and disillusioned, Tesla quit. Determined to follow his vision without interference, he set out to create his own electric company in 1885. But fate dealt him another harsh blow. The investors backing Tesla's new venture betrayed him, seizing control of the company and all of its patents. Since Tesla had assigned the rights to the company in exchange for stock, he was left with nothing when the stock became worthless. Devastated and broke, Tesla was forced to take a job digging ditches for $2 a day just to survive. However, destiny had more in store for him. In 1887, Tesla's fortunes shifted when he invented the induction motor, a device that used alternating current to convert electricity into mechanical energy. The motor was a game changer, highly efficient and far superior to existing designs. Today, versions of this motor power Tesla electric cars, named after the inventor himself. Tesla patented the design and demonstrated it in 1888 at a meeting of the American Institute of Electrical Engineers, where it caught the attention of George Westinghouse, an influential figure in the electric industry. Westinghouse immediately recognized the potential of Tesla's AC motor and knew it could be the key to defeating Edison's DC system. He licensed Tesla's patents for $60,000 and gave him stock options and royalties. Westinghouse also hired Tesla as a consultant, paying him $2,000 a month, a salary equivalent to over $50,000 today. With Westinghouse's backing, Tesla was ready for the battle of the century, the War of the Currents. The rivalry between Edison and Tesla intensified as Edison resorted to increasingly desperate tactics. To sway public opinion against AC, Edison financed the creation of the electric chair, which used alternating current in an attempt to demonstrate its dangers. He also orchestrated gruesome public demonstrations in which animals were electrocuted to death using AC. The most infamous of these was the electrocution of Topsy the elephant in 1903, a spectacle that was even filmed and released under the title Electrocuting an Elephant. Despite Edison's attempts to discredit them, Westinghouse and Tesla's successes continued. In 1893, they scored a major victory by underbidding Edison's General Electric to illuminate the world's Columbian Exposition in Chicago. This dazzling, all-electric event marked the 400th anniversary of Christopher Columbus's voyage and attracted 27 million visitors. The fair was a spectacular showcase of AC's potential, convincing many that it was the future of electricity. Their triumph didn't stop there. Westinghouse and Tesla went on to win another crucial contract: the construction of the world's first large-scale AC power plant at Niagara Falls. This hydroelectric facility was a monumental achievement, providing power to Buffalo, New York, and proving that Tesla's vision of large-scale, renewable energy was not only possible but practical. Today, a statue of Tesla stands at Niagara Falls, commemorating his role as a pioneer of sustainable energy. The War of the Currents officially ended in victory for Tesla and Westinghouse, as AC gradually replaced DC and became the standard for modern electrical power. But while Tesla's ideas powered the world, his journey was far from over, filled with even more brilliant innovations and personal trials. The hydroelectric power station at Niagara Falls wasn't just an engineering triumph. It was a testament to vision and perseverance, powering Buffalo, New York, and symbolizing the dawn of a new era in renewable energy. Tesla's pioneering role in harnessing nature's power solidified his legacy, and today, his statue proudly stands at Niagara Falls, honoring the man who lit up cities and dreams alike. With the victory of Tesla and Westinghouse in the War of the Currents, direct current was slowly being phased out, but their triumph was met with turbulence. Westinghouse's company soon found itself $10 million in debt, teetering on the edge of collapse. In 1897, Westinghouse turned to Tesla for help, asking if his royalties could be reduced to prevent the company's downfall. What happened next was nothing short of extraordinary. Tesla, driven by gratitude and compassion for the man who had believed in him when no one else did something most would consider unthinkable. He tore up his contract. By doing so, he willingly gave up $12 million in royalties, which would be worth over $300 million today. Had he held on to that fortune, he could have become the world's first billionaire and one of the wealthiest individuals in history. This act of selflessness saved Westinghouse's company, and in return, Westinghouse compensated Tesla with $216,000 for the permanent rights to use his AC patents. Adjusted for inflation, this amounted to about $60 million today. With this money, Tesla regained his financial independence and established several laboratories in New York, where he welcomed the rich, famous, and curious, including his close friend and literary giant, Mark Twain. This was Tesla's golden era of creativity and invention, a time when he unleashed ideas that would change the course of technology. Tesla held over 300 patents during his lifetime. He developed an early version of neon lighting and the Tesla turbine, a bladeless turbine designed for efficiency. He became a pioneer of X-ray technology, conducting experiments that led to remarkable breakthroughs, including an X-ray of his own hand. One of his most groundbreaking achievements was the invention of the first remote control. In 1898, Tesla amazed crowds at Madison Square Garden when he controlled a miniature boat wirelessly. The crowd thought it was sorcery, but it was the ancestor of modern remote-controlled drones. Among his many revolutionary creations, the Tesla Coil remains one of his most iconic. This device, capable of producing massive amounts of high-voltage electricity, became the foundation for further experiments. While working with the coil, Tesla discovered he could send and receive powerful radio signals. He was on the verge of broadcasting the first radio signal when disaster struck. A fire consumed his lab in 1895, destroying years of research and valuable equipment. The loss of his lab marked a major turning point in Tesla's life. He applied for a patent for the radio 2 years later, but fate had other plans. While Tesla was rebuilding, Italian inventor Guglielmo Marconi was developing his own radio system across the Atlantic. Though Marconi's work heavily relied on 17 of Tesla's patents, he initially struggled to obtain patent rights in the US. However, in 1901, Marconi successfully transmitted the first transatlantic radio signal, earning widespread acclaim. Edison, always a rival of Tesla, financially backed Marconi's ventures, further complicating matters. In a surprising twist, the U.S. Patent Office reversed its earlier decision in 1904 and awarded Marconi the patent for the invention of the radio. Though no official reason was given, many speculate that Marconi's powerful financial backers played a role. Marconi's victory culminated in him winning the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1911, a success that was fundamentally built on Tesla's groundwork. Enraged but determined, Tesla sued Marconi, though the case dragged on for years and was only resolved in Tesla's favor after his death. The radio debacle cast a long shadow over Tesla's career. Undeterred, he continued his quest for wireless communication and began constructing Wardenclyffe Tower in Long Island, New York, a grand project he envisioned as the key to global wireless transmission of messages and energy. It was a vision far ahead of its time, but his financial backers lacked confidence in the project's viability. They withdrew their support and instead backed Marconi's radio, leaving Tesla in financial ruin. In 1905, Tesla had no choice but to abandon the project, and the tower was eventually lost to foreclosure. Tesla's financial troubles took a toll on his mental health. By 1933, he had moved into the New Yorker Hotel, where he lived in isolation. Westinghouse Corporation, recognizing the contributions Tesla had made to their success, hired him as a consultant and paid for his room. Though he lived rent-free, Tesla died in debt, a shadow of the man who had once been at the forefront of innovation. Why did such a brilliant mind, responsible for technological wonders, fade into obscurity and die penniless? The answer lies not in his lack of genius, but in his lack of business instincts. Tesla wasn't driven by money or the pursuit of wealth. Unlike many of his contemporaries, he made decisions based on scientific curiosity and compassion rather than financial gain. His decision to give up his AC motor royalties was one such example. He saw science as a means to uplift humanity, not as a path to personal fortune. Despite his tragic end, Tesla's legacy continues to inspire. Thanks to the resurgence of interest sparked by Elon Musk's company, people today are rediscovering the man whose inventions power much of our modern world. From the electricity that lights up our homes to the wireless technologies we use every day, Tesla's contributions are everywhere. His mother once called him a child of light, and she was right. Tesla's brilliance still illuminates the world, reminding us of the power of dreams, innovation, and the pursuit of knowledge for the greater good. Thank you for watching the story of Nikola Tesla. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.